Adam here from the Walser Automotive Group, and next to me here today is the all-new 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe. Now, this is the SEL Premium in the hybrid trim. So what I'd like to do is show you around the interior, some of the stuff on the exterior of the vehicle, and see if this might just be the right vehicle for you. Okay, so like I mentioned, this is the Santa Fe Hybrid SEL Premium. Now there's a ton of different trim levels with the Santa Fe, so it can get a little confusing, but if we're looking at the hybrid, there's about 3 main trim levels. There's gonna be one below and one above, so I figured the SEL was a good one to look at. It's gonna give you a ton of usable equipment inside, but starting on the exterior and up front with this engine, this is gonna be a 1.6 liter hybrid engine. Now this isn't the plug-in hybrid, this is just gonna regenerate power as you're driving, and you'll notice when you're in there, it will have a little green light that pops on that says EV to let you know that you're just using electric power. Now, what does that mean for you? It means it's gonna be a combined 32 miles per gallon using highway and city driving, which is pretty awesome for a mid-sized SUV. Now, this SEL Premium rides on these amazing 19-inch wheels. I love the design language Hyundai's been using, whether it's for the chrome grille up front, and like I said, with all the different trim levels, there's a ton of different styling aspects, but this one is gonna have the LED running lights, as well as the headlights and taillights, and this Calypso red looks super cool, and I think it's a great accent color for this vehicle. Now beyond that, this is gonna have the roof rack and the cross rails, which is cool because you do get the panoramic sunroof in this model, but you can still throw stuff up above. Maybe you've got the skis or a mountain bike, which is really nice if you need a little bit of extra cargo space and wanna utilize that space up above. Now, speaking of cargo space, this one is gonna have the power liftgate. It's also gonna have power reclining second row. So there's a little button in the back you can push, and that's gonna fold those seats down nicely for you, and then they lock into place. There's a handle on the side, so those do recline as well if you need to, but second row has a ton of room, and behind the seats in that cargo area, there's also storage underneath. So like I said, maybe you do some mountain biking, want to throw some muddy shoes underneath, or if you want to store stuff out of sight, it's a pretty cool feature that this offers. So beyond that, most of the stuff obviously is going to be inside, so let's hop in the driver's seat and we'll take a peek in there. Okay, so now we're inside the SEL Premium. As you can tell, I've got my phone because what do we always have with us? Our cell phones, right? There's wireless charging in this model. And then if we open this up, there's also USBs in here, and you've got a couple of cup holders. There's also 12-volt plugs down below here, which is really cool because they've switched away from a standard shifter, and it's gonna be drive-by-wire. So it's gonna go to buttons, and that's gonna free up some space underneath here, so you can store your purse or any other items down there if you wanna charge something. Super cool for storage usability. There's also another little cubby up here, and I mean, there's tons of storage space, whether it's a center console or that storage underneath. So there's lots of room. Hyundai figured out we've always got a lot of stuff with us, which is very nice. Now let's start with our infotainment screen. So this will have Apple CarPlay as well as Android Auto. Depending on the model, it might be wired, it might be wireless, but a pretty cool feature in there. This one is also gonna have onboard navigation. It's gonna have an amazing backup camera. So there's a little button you can press here to pull up the camera, and then this one is gonna have the 360 view. You can kind of select through a few different views, which looks down or out the back. This also has a forward-facing camera, so when you're at that really busy grocery store or shopping mall, it makes it super easy to park. I know those tight garage spaces, this is definitely a feature once you have, you're not gonna wanna give that up. So now beyond that, again, this is kind of that mid-trim level. So with these seats, there's gonna be mock leather, there's gonna be real leather as you move up the lineup, or cloth seats. These are gonna be heated. So in the higher trim levels, they can be ventilated seats, but I like these seats. They're super comfortable. This one has a lumbar support on this side. And I mean, overall for your driver passenger, you can also get rear heated seats, but these are gonna be great. You could crush a bunch of miles in these and be very comfortable. Now, from there, we do have a drive select mode. So like I said, with the hybrid system, there's gonna be an eco, sport, snow, and then a smart mode. You can also lock the rear or all-wheel drive system if you're in some deep snow. But there's a ton of cool stuff in here. So if you do a little bit of off-roading, this isn't gonna be the most capable off-road vehicle, but it will definitely get you by in a pinch. Dual climate control as well in this model, which is really nice. You do have vents as well as USB plugs in the back, so the kids, if you're on a road trip, can keep everything charged up and you're good to go. Like I mentioned, the panoramic sunroof does come in the SEL Premium as well as the Limited. It definitely opens it up in here. It's got a full shade that can cover it as well. But I mean, the panoramic roof, again, it's like one of those things, once you get it, it's really hard to give it up because especially for the rear seat passengers, it makes it very nice. Now, on our digital display here, on this trim level, it's gonna be a full digital gauge cluster. It's really cool. You can see your eco, your power, like I said, that EV mode. There's a bunch of stuff you can scroll through, whether that's your navigation or some of your safety and smart cruise control. There's a whole bunch of really cool stuff in there, as well as great safety features. So speaking of safety features, you could spend 10 minutes going through all the different stuff that's offered. There's going to be driving conveniences, forward safety, you can have parking safety, driver attention warnings, lane safety or blind spot monitoring. I mean, there's so much stuff in here that this is definitely one of the safest vehicles on the market right now. And Hyundai has the warranty to back their product as well, which is one of the best things. 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, which is also going to cover the hybrid system and the hybrid battery. That's 10 years and 100,000 miles, so you know you're going to be covered for that entire time. So overall, what do we think about the Santa Fe Hybrid? I love that it's not a plug-in hybrid, but you're still going to get the benefits of that by getting 32 miles combined. There's a ton of usable space in here. It gives you all of the driver comforts as well as your passenger comforts, and good looks on the exterior make the Santa Fe Hybrid definitely one to add to your list if you're looking for a midsize SUV. Okay, so that was just a brief overview on the all-new Santa Fe. Now, if you'd like more information to schedule a test drive, you can stop by either one of our locations or visit us online at walser.com. Thanks again for watching.